Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's unpack. Well, I guess there's not much unpacking to do with this character. Mu, I. Um, it's visually just an eye, except that for contemporary people's eye, this boxy shape with this vertical stacking up is more like a bookshelf than an eye, right? Until you look at originally how an eye just one eye was depicted. And actually, there's two lines describing the borderline of iris, especially for Chinese, I guess. I often fill out the eye color. Mine is brown, but it's kind of closer to black. That the line between my iris and the white of my eyes is clearly cut and distinctive. I'm not saying like other eye colors, but I'm just saying this is high contrast eye color among Chinese. I mean, even if Chinese is probably disputable, like who are the component of Chinese. But in general, people living in that culture have more contrasty eyeballs of the iris and eye whites. Okay, so this are eye, nothing much to say, but here I'm showing you three expressions. These are set phrases in Chinese that we just habitually use without too much thinking because it's already widely understood and we don't need to create new expressions to describe situations like these. And you notice they all share the same structure. 目不, starting with your behavior of the eyes that's not doing something. So I not doing something. Okay. Let's unpack these expressions. Okay. 目不暇接. Xia means taking a break, that you're working on something. You want to have some recess, so to speak, recess for students, and I guess a coffee break for adults. So 目不暇接, xia means you take a break from what you do, and 接 means connecting. So you are going to have a continuation, but 辖接 means you don't really have a. Okay, so from task A to task B, these are two distinctly different tasks. So 辖接 means between the two tasks, you have a segment of time that's you're taking a break from any task. You just kill time, so to speak. You're not being productive during that time, which is necessary to be productive in your next segment of task, right? We kind of all know that by now that continuing, like it's hard to maintain your high focus if you don't have breaks in the middle. So 辖接 in Chinese means you construct your day with some rest in between. So 目不暇接 means the eyes are not doing that. The eyes are not going to take a break in between one object to another object, meaning there are so many objects to see. It's basically hard for your eyes to take in enough information that the eyes don't even have the eyes cannot take a break from the visual stimuli out there. So 目不暇接 normally describe you go to an event, say, I mean, it's February, right? Okay, so in the springtime, let's say you go to a garden and there's so many different types of flowers in bloom that your eyes are just so so appealing of these beautiful floral objects out there that your eyes just be in the candy shop, so to speak, right? And your eyes won't want to take a break from so much to see. So in that case, it's a 目不暇接. Also, like if you go to a shopping mall or something, right? I mean, it's hard these days for our overstimulated modern consumers to feel that you don't want to miss out. It's just so much exciting stuff out there that for your eyes to take a break from it. I guess there are still some situations like that, right? But this is a Chinese way to say somebody who's new to the situation and they feel so much kind of like I, Alice in Wonderland, right? like so much new things to see that she won't want to close her eyes. She won't even want to blink. She wants to take everything in because so much to see. Something like that. Okay. 目不转睛,转睛, jing in this case, you see it shares the same eyeball symbol in there. That means it's one particular part of their eye structure, which is the pupil. The center in the Chinese is the big, I guess, brown, blackish pupil that we can easily tell like where the other person's focus at by just looking at the pupil positioning, right? So as the viewer of things, if you turn your pupil, that means you shift your attention on something else, right? When you do not do that, means you don't have that attention shifting. You constantly hold your attention on something. That's 目不转睛. It's your eyes are on the object without turning your pupils, like observable behavior of attention shifting. Like you don't have that, that you're so focused. Your pupils stay on the target. Okay, so that's 目不转睛. Okay, 目不斜视, slant C. Slant C versus turn pupils is a little bit different because the turn pupils is kind of neutral. It simply shift your attention to something else. But the slant give it a sense of almost like you want to take a glimpse of something without being caught taking a look at something else. So 目不斜视 often, okay, in a almost comical scenario, it's almost like a husband, but or the common meme in today's world is this couple walking on the street, right? And then a hot girl passing by, and then a boyfriend turn around, look at a hot girl, kind of. Then the girlfriend would take notice of that, directional change of the attention, and for that behavior, especially people in a relationship already, right? It's kind of rude, right? So if guys want to look, take a quick secret look without being caught looking. Okay, so 目不斜视 is a Chinese expression to say that such boyfriend's expected behavior is regardless of how many hot bodies out there, this boyfriend is not taking is not being distracted from his girl. Okay, so I'm just using that meme as example, but it doesn't only apply to intimate relationship scenario. But it could be 目不斜视 could be somebody who is kind of a morally in a highly morally I'm not saying grounded, but confined or disciplined. Let's put it like a morally disciplined way, so that they are not seeing something they're not supposed to see. They don't want to be uh, obtrusive, or it's kind of a modesty in terms of your attention. You don't want to direct your attention to incur unnecessary embarrassment for somebody else. Okay, so that's 目不斜视. You kind of stay on your lane. Don't don't send out unnecessary signals to your surroundings. Okay, so that's 目不斜视. So here is an example from the recent victory of, I mean, not so recent now, but in 2024, last year, American finalist. And while I'm watching the performance of her, I noticed the last ending of her performance is having this moment of kind of a child pose in yoga term on ice, and then kind of raise her head and looking straight ahead with that kind of focused look. So that's 目不转睛. That's the definition of 目不转睛. That shows you're in the flow, you're focused, you know what you're doing. You stay on target. I guess in this case, it's the end of her performance, so she literally can relax. But at a moment, she still keep the laser sharp focus because that's still within the performance, and she is still in that focused mode and to stay on target. And ice skating, I mean, it's such a great athleticity and artistry combined performance. I really truly admire, and and the eye movement of the athlete. From that, you can almost, yeah, I think the commentators have such commentating on the eyes as well. If they have that focused look, if they are confident, all that shows in the eye movement. And I'm saying that in Chinese, here are three expressions about eye movement. It's the eye as the window to the soul was well documented, and the behavior of the eye was well noticed and is formulated and crystallized into our language as such. All right, thank you for your time. See you another day.